Okay, so for standard form, you'll always have a number in this format, a times 10 to the power of b. So these are the two numbers. The times 10 will always be the same, and these are the two numbers that will change depending on what number you're working with. And the simple thing you need to remember is you're trying to make a number between 1 and 10. So if you can remember that, then that's your starting point for each question. So if we have a look at the first one, I've got the number of 40,000. I'm going to try and put that into standard form. So my question to myself is, where do I need to put a decimal place in order to make that number to get a number between 1 and 10? And the answer is, of course, if I put a decimal point there, well then I have 4.0000. Okay, so my A in this case is going to be 4. Okay. And the next step then is to work out what the B is. So the times 10 will always stay the same. So it's 4 times 10 to the power of what? So how many places has the decimal point moved? If you think of 40,000, it would be there. So how many places has it moved? So it's moved 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 4 times 10 to the power of 4 because it's moved 4 decimal places. Okay, so if you'd like to pause the video now and go ahead and do the 7,000, put that into standard form for me, please. Okay, well done. So I'll quickly mark that. So it's going to be, decimal point is going to go there. So it's going to be an answer of 7, my first number, times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3. So 7 times 10 to the power of 3. Okay, so well done on that one. Now the next one then, so exactly the same before, except if you look, we've got a couple of numbers not 0 here. Okay, so this time I've got 52,700. But exactly the same principle applies as what you were doing before. Okay, so where do I put my decimal point? Now remember, it needs to be a number between 1 and 10, so it's going to be there. Okay, so this time I still need to remember I've got these numbers after the decimal point. So my first number is 5.27, which of course is still a number between 1 and 10. It's just not a whole number. That's fine. Times 10 to the power of 4 again. So to the power of 4. 5.27 times 10 to the power of 4. So again, if you'd like to go ahead and do, pause the video and do the next one, the number 43,000. Okay, well done. So we'll mark that. Okay, so we want to put the decimal point there, which gives me a first number of 4.3. And then it's going to be, so 4.3 times 10 to the power of 4. So 4.3 times 10 to the power of 4. Okay, the next ones now you'll see, so that's when we've got very big numbers. So they allow us to write large numbers in a smaller format. Okay, but we can also use standard form to write really small numbers. So here we've got 0.0000. So that is actually 2 10,000ths. Okay, but we can do the same thing. We still want a number between 1 and 10. So where would I put the decimal point? It would be there. Okay, because that would give me a number. If the decimal point's there, that would give me a number of 2. And so that's my first number, is 2. Okay, then the main difference is, well, we still have times 10, so it's still times 10. Okay, but the main difference is if you look, the decimal point has actually moved the other way. Now it's moved 4 places, but it's moved to the right instead of to the left. And that's fine, so it's moved 4 places. What we would say is, because it's went the opposite direction, instead of writing 4, we would write to the power of minus 4. So 2 times 10 to the power of minus 4. And that tells you that it's a really small number. So the easy way to remember it would be, if this number is positive, then you're talking about very large numbers. If it's a negative, then we're talking about very small numbers. So again, pause the video and you can do the your turn question. Okay, well done. So we'll mark that one. So 0.005, so that's 5 thousandths. So we're going to put the decimal point there. And then it's moved 1, 2, 3. So first of all, my number is going to be 5 times 10, and because it's moved 3 places, to the power of minus 3. And finally, our last example, a bit like example 2 here, where you've got more than one number, but as we said before, exactly the same principles and exactly the same process still applies. So put the decimal point to make your number a number between 1 and 10. So I'm going to put it there. And so that gives me a number of 2.45. So we times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, minus 3. So for the last time then, if you'd like to pause the video and go ahead and do the your turn question. Okay, well done. So to give you the final answer then, so we're going to put the decimal point there. Give me a number of 4.13 times 10 to the power of minus 2. Let's move 2 places. Minus 2. Okay, and that's it. Thank you.